There's an effort underway in Ohio to save the fertility of younger cancer patients who might lose it because of treatment.
Several states require insurance to cover sperm and egg harvesting for cancer patients, but Ohio is one of 10 states that has nothing on the books. Senior health correspondent Monica Robbins explains the effort to change that.
2, 3.
Motherhood, Sara Tingle's most cherished role. She never imagined it might not happen.
I waited in life to have kids until I had that stability and was able to provide for them and that comfort, and this came out of nowhere.
At 27, doctors diagnosed Sara with stage 3 breast cancer. Surgery, chemotherapy, and radiation could save her life, but also destroy her chance at having children.
There is no guarantee after chemotherapy that you'll be able to have a child naturally without any troubles.
So to freeze sperm for future fertility, it's around $500, whereas to freeze eggs for fertility, it's $10,000 to $15,000.
A cost out of reach for many and rarely covered by insurance for cancer patients.
Unfortunately, I see these patients every week.
Sara qualified for a charity program that covered the cost. Doctors harvested her eggs, but results were disappointing.
And I just had that one hope with that one egg at 27 years old to be able to hopefully have a family of my own someday.
10% of new cancer cases each year are among people of childbearing age. A nationwide push aims to protect their future families.
There are 18 states and the District of Columbia that have implemented some coverage through law, right? Have required certain insurers to cover these services for cancer patients.
Ohio, home to world-class medical and fertility centers, is one of 10 states without legislation.
What we've seen is where an environment is very conservative, fiscally and socially, there tends to be a little bit more hesitation. But I think that there are states like Montana and Kentucky and Louisiana that have implemented some form of this that is not controversial.
Most states with laws require insurance to cover some fertility options for cancer patients.
The national data still shows that most young women who've received a cancer diagnosis do not freeze their eggs and lose that opportunity to protect their ability to become moms in the future.
After treatment and 2 years of hormone therapy, Sara got the green light to try for a baby. She delivered little Winry, but a year later, her cancer returned. Having already gone through chemotherapy, she no longer qualified for financial help if she wanted a second child.
And I have no genetic markers, I have no family history, so I didn't know that this was coming. I don't know where it came from. I will never know where it came from. To not have just any assistance or support from insurance is not, it's not okay.
These are young men and women that are wrestling with a new cancer diagnosis, and then they have to make that awful choice between their life-saving treatments and freezing eggs or sperm or embryos, which is very costly. And so that's why there's so much momentum in Ohio right now to do better for people in our state, to be able to allow them to access both, so that they don't have to decide to get chemo or radiation or surgery or to be parents someday.
In mid-March, several experts on this issue gathered in Columbus to discuss how to move forward with legislation in Ohio. This month, several of those experts will be speaking at the Oncology Nurses Conference in Denver to discuss this issue before a national and global audience. It's important to note cancer isn't the only condition that can affect fertility. So can sickle cell disease and some autoimmune disorders such as lupus. But most legislation is geared specifically to cancer. Monica Robbins, 3 News.